Hello, and welcome to a new video. Today I want to show you how I made this phone case. It's fitting for any and every phone, since you can really make it as unique as you want. So I won't give any specific numbers and figures for this. Really, just adapt it to your own phone. I made it in pink and brown. I think it's a really nice combination. Of course, you can always take other colors. I used normal cotton for this, with a width of 3.5 to 4.5 strength, and a 3.0 hook. If you like this video, maybe leave a thumbs up, or a comment telling me what you'd like to see in the future on our channel. So yeah, we can start. I start by making a chain with the width of your phone. Well, my phone. Make sure that it's not too tight. Now I crochet on the other side. I make half trebles now. And I continue doing this all the length of the chain. On the last stitch, I crochet 3 half trebles in total. One, two, three, oops, again, and number 3. These become the size of the phone case. Now I crochet on this side of the chain, just round and round. Now, I come at the end again. And again, I do 3 half trebles. Now I make a slip stitch right there and close the first round. And then I simply continue. I made a chain and then a double crochet, and then continued with half trebles like that. I'm at the end of the second chain. Close it up again, and then continue normally. I make a double crochet here and normally continue doing rounds. Just continue till you reach the height of your phone. It's really nice if you just check from time to time if it still fits your phone. Make sure that you aren't crocheting too tightly. Still got a bit of a way to go though. So I check once more if my phone fits in. So now I'll make one chain in brown. And here I continue normally with double crochet. So I'm at the end of the brown row. So now I pull the string through. So I make one last stitch and I pull it through. Then I pull it up here, through up here. So this is what it looks like. So I fit it one last time. Hello and welcome to Do-It-Yourself Inspiration. In this video I want to show you a tutorial for a phone case. So here you can see it. It has a pattern that kind of runs diagonally. So I'll just show you how to make that on your loom board. This phone case is for the HT1 M+. So for my phone here, I used 33 rows and with the ending 34. And so it will look like this. I used 6 colors and I made this on 12 pins. So I think it's super cute, and yeah, I'll just show you how to make that. So I start with my loom board so that the openings on my left are pointing towards me and on the other side away from me, and I took away the middle parts. So it should look something like this. So yeah, I just turn around the right side so that the openings point away from me. This makes everything easier after you start a loom. So I start with my black elastics. I take them twice and I pull them onto the first pin and then I cross it over and I put it onto the second pin on the other side. I did the same thing on the next pin. So I did this for the whole side. So I'm gonna work on 12 pins for my smartphone, but of course you have to see what works best for your own phone. So yeah, so on this side I'll do 11, and then when I go back I do 12. Since there's the one there at the bottom that we left free the first time, so it's gonna be 12 pins on each side at the end. So the color pattern, it's created by taking the colors and putting them on, not in one row, but by putting one color and then the next, and then in the next row putting on the color on the next pin. So I'll just show you. And I think that's it, and we can work down the other side now. So it looks something like this right now, and now we'll make the other side by pulling them on the same way, just in the other direction. So you should get big X's. There we go. This one doesn't want to. There we go. Perfect. So I'm going to do my pattern with 6 colors. For one row I'll use 24 elastics. So you'll just have to see what size your phone needs, and yeah, you can really take as many colors as you like. Really, it doesn't change anything. The principle of the pattern stays the same. So I'll just push everything down so that it's easier to loom afterwards. And there we go. And now I'm going to continue with my colors. So I'm gonna start on the first pin, and I'm gonna take pink. So I'm just gonna use a bit of the rainbow colors, and then I just continue with orange, yellow, green, then black, white, and pink. And then I just go on with that. Really, just take any colors you like, which fit well together. You can even just take 2 colors. Yeah, you'll just have to see. And then I go over to the other side. So it's just from one pin to the other. So on each pin there should be 2 elastics. Nope, no. So phone cases are usually easy to make. So it's really just the beginning and the ending that kind of get complicated for some people. So yeah, just pull on the elastics in a sort of circle. And yeah, just take care to use the right colors. I know that sometimes it can get confusing. So there we go, and now I'm going to start to loom. So I'm going to take the black elastics, so I should have 2 of them, and I'm going to pull them over the pin to the middle and just let them fall. So if you're also going to use black in your color pattern, make sure not to accidentally loom the wrong elastics on your black parts. And there we go, now it looks something like this. As you can see, there are already the colors alternating. And now I just push everything down. I started with pink here, so I'm just gonna start with orange now. So in the next row I'm going to start with yellow and then with green and so on. So yeah, that's really the only thing you have to do to get that sort of pattern. Just push everything down again, since that's really easier for the looming afterwards. Otherwise you'll get your elastics mixed up. So we start with orange. So we just alternate by 1 color each row. So if now we start with orange, in the next row we're going to start with yellow, and in the row after that with green, and so on and so on. So as you can see here, it just does that sort of diagonal pattern. So yeah, there's really not more than that to it. And the looming is always the same, so don't worry about that. So I'm gonna do 33 rows in total for the phone case. But again, if you've got a different smartphone or just a different phone, you're gonna have to see how many rows are necessary. Again, it's better to do too many rows than too little. So yeah, and then in a moment I'll just show you how to do the ending. It's not really hard at all. So now we loom again. So again, the bottom elastic just go over the pin to the middle. And then afterwards I'm going to start with yellow. So this can take some time, so I don't know, watch a movie, listen to some music, just something to distract you. But the result is beautiful, so yeah, have fun with it. And now I just push everything down again. God, I love these colors, it's so cool. So yeah, always push down since it's gonna make it easier, especially if you're a beginner to looming. And there we go. And now I'm going to start with yellow. So just continue doing this for the next 30 rows. And yeah. So there we go, this is what it looks like. I used 33 rows and I'm just going to put on the last row now. And then I'm just gonna close everything off. So here you can see the pattern with the different colors. So just by putting the color on alternating pins, it really makes a nice pattern in the end. So yeah, I used green there on the second pin, so I'm gonna use it on the first pin now, and I continue with black, white, pink, orange, apply yellow, green, black, and so on. You'll need approximately 800 to 900 elastics, so it's good to have extra elastics since some of them will probably break, or there won't be enough, or your phone is a bit bigger or smaller, so yeah, just have some extras. 900 should cut it. So I'm gonna put on the last elastics now. Here I've got orange and now just a yellow one. And then I loom. And afterwards I'm just gonna continue looming and like closing everything off. And I'll just show you how to do that again. So just turn everything around and continue doing it down the other side. So I'm gonna do the ending in the same colors. I'm not gonna make another row of just one color. I think that's really pretty, closes everything off nicely. So again, just push everything down. And then I'm gonna start on the first pin here. I'm gonna take the elastics and put them on the next pin. Then I'm gonna go get the bottom elastics and put them on the next pin as well. And I just continue doing this for the whole row. That way the elastics hold each other. So again, just take the bottom ones and put them on the next pin. And yeah, there we go. Just this one, and I'm just gonna put it on the other side. Even if you change side, the principle stays the same. It's just gonna be a bit tougher since it's further away and the elastics are probably really tight. And now the last elastics. So I put it on the second pin, not the first one. And on the last, well, on the first pin rather, I'm just gonna pull through an elastic like this, and then pull the elastic through itself, and then pull it tight. And then I can take everything off the board. So I'm just gonna do the right side first, since that makes it a bit easier. And yeah. And yeah, so just pull on it a bit so that it gets into shape, since it was just on the board. And yeah, this is what it looks like when it's finished. I really love this pattern, it's kind of cute. And then I can put on my phone. As you can see, it fits perfectly. And there, now it's in. So, and welcome to Do It Yourself Ideas. In this video, I want to show you how I made the cell phone case for the iPhone 5S. So I made it in rainbow colors and it's really cute, and I made it on the loom board. I used 11 pins and were 33 rows. So it perfectly fits the iPhone. And I'll show you how exactly I made it. So again, I did it in rainbow colors with pink and two. So yeah, I started with pink, and up there I did with white and black. So I think it's a really nice contrast and finishes off nicely. So yeah, I hope you liked this tutorial and this video. You'll approximately need 800 elastics for this. So for the phone case of the iPhone, I take the board so that the openings are directed towards me on the left side, and on the right side they should be pointing away from me. So I took away the middle part and the blue part as well. So I start with pink elastics, since I want to do a rainbow, and I start on the left side and pull it on diagonally to the next pin. I cross it over in the middle, so it should make an X. The same thing on the next pin. Always take the elastic doubled over. So I do this for 11 pins. So I've got 6 now. That's the 7th. Eight. 9. 10. 11. So I'm at the 11th. So now I do the same thing on the other side. Again, I pull it on diagonally, making an X. And the last one for this side. There, I now have 11 pins on both sides. So this is what it should look like. Always diagonally so that we have big X's now. Now the second round, but before I push everything down a bit, so that I can work easier. I start on the left side and pull one elastic over 2 pins. I do this for the whole row. So there should always be 2 elastics on 1 pin. So 10 elastics all in all. So then from one side to the other, and then back down the row again. So this is what it looks like right now. So now I can start looming the pink elastics. So I take the pink elastics with my crochet hook, pull them over the pin and let them fall in the middle. I do this for the whole row. That's one side finished. So I turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. Again, I take the pink elastics, pull them over the pin and let them fall in the middle. So this is what it looks like. Now I push everything down again. And then I can start with yellow. It's exactly the same thing as before. Afterwards I'll do pink, orange, so each row will be pulled on like that. So after yellow we have green, blue, purple, and then pink again. And now I loom the orange again. Exactly like before, just pull them over the pin and let them fall in the middle. This might take a while, so maybe listen to a movie or watch a movie or listen to music while you're doing this. So push everything down again. And we can go on with green. Again, start on the left corner. Afterwards, we'll loom the yellow over the green, and then the colors just go on and on. So do this for approximately 30 rows. For the iPhone, I do 33 rows, and then I'll show you how to do the end. There, this is what it looks after 30 rows. So I did 5 runs of the rainbow. And now I'll do white for the finish. I start down here with the white, and then I just continue to the top. For most phones, you'll need approximately 30 rows, sometimes a bit more. It really depends on your phone. So I used approximately 750 to 800 elastics, but again, it really depends on your phone. But this phone case is very flexible, so don't worry about it. It's also nice to have a few elastics in reserve in case some of them break. Push it all down again. I do this 2 more times with white. You need to pay extra attention here while you're looming because it's the same color, so it won't be distinguished as easily, but it should work. So I push everything down again. And I do another row in white. So it's the third one. Afterwards I'll do a row in black. Then I loom again. Push it all down again. So that was the last white row. And now comes black. So I have 33 rows in total. So this is what it looks like right now. And now I can loom the white over the black. So we only have the black elastics on the pins left. So I push everything down one last time. And now I can take the first pin and I take the elastics with my hook and lay them over the next pin. Now I go into the pin, go get the bottom elastics and pull them over the next pin. And I continue doing this for the whole row. At the end of the row, it's the exact same thing, just pull it over to the other side. So here we have the last one, and we just pull it over, so to the second pin. So it should look something like this. So here we have the first pin. So I take another elastic, and to close it all off, I pull it through, and then I pull the elastic through itself so that it closes off nicely. Pull it tightly so that it doesn't open by accident. And then you can just take everything off the board. So yeah, pull on it a bit so that it gets into a nice form and shape. And then you can put your phone into it. So as you can see, it's really the perfect shape and size. Hello and welcome to Do It Yourself Ideas. In this video I've got a new phone case for you. So as you can see, I've never done this pattern before. So it has these triangles, so kind of this fishtail pattern. And the frame is in pink. I really love these colors, so I use 6 different colors: black, white, violet, turquoise, light blue, and darker blue. So yeah, those are the colors I used. Obviously you can choose any colors you like. It works best with 6 colors though, as you're gonna see. So I did it for my Galaxy S3 Mini, but if the size isn't good for you, just use an extra pin or make it shorter or less wide. So I used it on 11 pins, but you can make it on 12 as well. And I made 30 rows, but you know, if you need more or less, really, you can adjust this easily. So this size is perfect for mine. And on my channel I've got lots of phone cases that you can check out if you don't like this pattern. And yeah, we can start with the tutorial. So yeah, for this phone case I take the board and I made it so that the first row so that the openings are pointing towards me, and on the other side that the openings are away from me. So yeah, like this. And I took away the middle part since I wasn't going to need it, and I also took away the blue part here, since that's just gonna get in the way when we have the phone case in the middle. Otherwise it's gonna make this whole blockage and it'll be a mess. So yeah, we can start now. So I'm going to start with pink. and I put them onto a cross from the first pin on one side to the second pin on the opposite side. So I do this for all the pins, well, for 11 pins. I'm gonna leave the 12th one free. Again, this depends on the width of your phone. So you'll need approximately 700 to 800 elastics. Always have some extra, because some of your elastics are probably gonna break or you're gonna lose some, and that would just be really annoying if you run out of them. So I'm gonna leave the last one free, and then I'm just gonna go down the other side and I do the exact same thing. So as you can see, I make even bigger X's. So for other phone cases, I made it so that the first row of elastics, I always took them doubled over themselves, since it makes everything a bit more stable and tighter, but you don't have to do that. Really, it's up to you. I'm just going to do it like that since it holds well enough for me. But if you're afraid that it's gonna break or something, just take 2 of them. So now I'm going to push them down a bit, since that's going to make the looming part easier afterwards. So these 2 stay free. And yeah, I'm going to start with a pattern now. I start with black. And I continue on both sides with violet, light blue, turquoise, the violet. Oops, sorry, I meant I started with black and then dark blue, not violet. And then I take white. So this is a pattern I'm going to use. I'm going to use the exact same colors for the whole thing, but obviously you can change them. I personally like it with the black and the white. I think it's really nice. And it should look something like this. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing, but I'm gonna mirror it. So instead of going on with black, I continue with violet. Always on both sides. Then I continue with turquoise. So this is going to make the triangle or fishtail pattern. And then what we're gonna do to get that pattern is we're going to shift the colors by 1 pin. But I'm going to show you that in more detail. And then black. And then we have to put on the pink. We really shouldn't forget to do that, since otherwise we're going to have a hole and that's just gonna be annoying. And then we can loom. So this is what it looks like. You've got the pink on the bottom and the colors on top. And from the side. And now we're going to loom. So we take the bottom pink elastic, and here we've got 2 elastics, and give them over the pin to the middle. Same thing on the other side. And the last one. So this is what it looks like after the first row is loomed. So now I'm just going to push everything down. There we go. And this is what it looks like. And now I'm gonna put on the 2 pink elastics on either side. You can do this at the beginning or the end, it really doesn't change anything. And now I'm going to shift the colors. So instead of starting with black, I'm going to start with white. So it's the color that's in the middle. And then I continue with black. And I follow the same colored pattern I did in the last row. So here we've got the turquoise and now the violets. So the central color is just going to be pulled on once. And then we continue with turquoise. Now the dark blue, and then the black, and finally the white. There we go, this is what it looks like. You can already see a bit of the pattern. And now we're gonna loom the bottom 2 elastics and pull them over the pin and let them fall in the middle. So do this for the whole board. So this is really quicker than putting the elastics onto the board. So it really doesn't matter on which side you start to loom or pulling on the elastics. Just start wherever you want. And that's what it looks like. So now push everything down. There we go. And now we start with the 3rd row. So I'll just show this last one and then I'm going to jump to the end. So I put on the 2 pink elastics first. And since we're going to shift the colors by 1, I'm going to take the middle color and start with that one. So in this case it's violet. And always on both sides. Now white, black, blue, light blue, and once turquoise, and then light blue again. So everything is on the board now, and now we continue with the looming. Again, take the bottom 2 elastics and make sure that you don't accidentally take any other ones, and give them over the pin to the middle. And there we go, now we push everything down again. And do the exact same thing for all the 30 rows. So exactly, I'm going to do 30, but do any number that fits your phone. So yeah, just continue this pattern till the end. And now I'm just gonna show you how to finish everything off. So after 30 rows, this is what it looks like. So here you can see the pattern really well. So it's a bit like a fishtail. and down here you've got the pink. And now I'm just gonna do the last row. To do this, I'm going to pull on only pink elastics for the whole row. Hoopla! Almost forgot one. And now the last one. So there we go. Now we're going to loom the bottom elastics. The same thing we did before, basically. Turn it all around and continue down the other side. Make sure to get the right elastic. There we go. Everything is loomed off. Now I'm just gonna push everything down. And now what happens is that we're going to take the first pin here, take the elastics and give them over to the next pin. Then I go into the pin and go get the bottom elastics. So do the exact same thing for the whole board. And same thing on the other side. And the last pin as well. So here you have the 4 elastics. And to close everything off, I'm just going to take that one and pull it through all 4 elastics. And then through itself. There you can see it better, and exactly, just pull it through itself and pull on tight. That way it won't unravel or anything. And then you can pull everything off the board. You can use your crochet hook for help. try to make it equally on both sides so that the loom bands don't get pulled enormously. And there we go. Now just pull on it a bit to get it into shape. And up here it's a bit tighter since it's going to close everything off. And yeah, you can see the pattern and it's really pretty. And it fits my phone perfectly. And if you make it for a bigger phone, just add a couple of rows. And for smaller phones, just make a little less rows. Same thing for wider phones, just use a complete loom board. So I really love this pattern, and if you liked it, you can obviously choose any colors you like. And I personally like it like this. So if you like this video, leave us a thumbs up rating and share with your friends.